Hello. Sorry.
Oh dear, I love it. Hello and welcome everybody to today's our Friday Live, where we're here just to talk into some juicy little topics around things, and welcome everyone that's new to watching us through various channels. And today we really want to talk into how to experience freedom even when you feel like you really don't fit in with everyone around you. I think this is a huge topic, something Lucy and I have been talking about, and it's like, even if we don't feel like we fit in, we can still experience that freedom. Sometimes we feel like we're really stuck with no way to express our own uniqueness, but we would just want to talk into that a little bit today. So I'm going to just share this out to a few other groups and hand over to the beautiful Lucy. I'm Natasha Harris, by the way, for those of you that don't know me.
Thank you. And I'm Lucy Brand, and together we co-founded the Circle of Light movement last year. And every Friday, although I don't think we're here next Friday because I'm away, but most Fridays we are here at 12 o'clock and just having conscious conversations about creating what we like to call the new earth. And what we mean by that is creating a new world, a whole new world. And how we do that is through love, kindness, compassion, and having conscious conversations. Because the more we talk about these things, the higher our consciousness can be, the more we actually, it has a ripple effect. It shifts out within our communities and within the world, and also has an impact on us because it changes us, because we change our vibration the higher in consciousness we go. And the higher, if you're on a higher frequency, vibrationally speaking, and the higher frequencies tend to be love, joy, fun, bliss. If you're hanging out there, then life's just a whole lot more fun. It really is.
Isn't it just? And I love that, the conscious conversations. It's about how we really, shift our vibrational state to really having a different level of conversation with those that are like-minded. I really love that phrase, actually, those conscious conversations, and how we can shift and contribute to mass consciousness and really that shift on a whole new level. Yeah, lovely.
And so today, in today's topic, how to experience freedom when you feel like you don't fit in with everyone around you. I think this is a massive topic, which we'll hopefully cover. But I think it's one that Natasha and I, and definitely our members in Circle Light Movement membership, can really identify with. And so we'd really like to share with you some bits of information on it, some tips on how we can help. So I guess first of all, it's going back to, how do you know that you're not fitting in and you're not experiencing freedom? And that can be when the lower vibrational emotions come up. So it could be that maybe you feel guilty. I know I do sometimes, because people don't understand me, especially some of my gifts. And I'm trying to explain them, and I have a blank expression. They have a blank expression, or perhaps my beliefs and my views are different to other people's. And in that case, again, sometimes I can feel really guilty, and even just without even expressing them. I think that comes later, that then I'm not expressing my truth. But I think just the guilt from having these thoughts and feelings, and realizing that I don't fit in in a lot of places, and I haven't done for a long time.
Yeah. And I think that's what so many people experience as well. This idea of feeling judged by others, in not being able to speak up, not being able to, as you say, express your truth. It's really about feeling judged by everyone. So we keep dumb down and keep ourselves quiet, and don't speak up about what's important to us, what we know innately to be true for us. And so we try to fit in with everyone else around us and doing things, but it absolutely disconnects us from our spirit, our soul, who we uniquely are, and everything that is around us. And it really, as someone who has done that and has kind of hidden in the closet for quite a while and going, oh my goodness, I do this crazy thing called the Akashic Records, and nobody knows what that is. And just if I talk about mindfulness instead, then people will kind of know that, because it's a bit of a buzzword and people will get it. And realizing that I was cutting myself off from who I really was and what I was really about and how I was helping people in a massive way and supporting people through that work. But it was also rippling out into other areas of my life. You know, when I was single, like, you know, going on dates and not really being ashamed of being judged, of talking to people about who I really was and what I do. You know, now my partner doesn't really get what I do, but he totally accepts it, and it's fine, and I can talk about it and I can own it, even though he doesn't fully get it. And it's like owning it. It's like being able to be who we are without fear of being judged and shamed, and, you know, having to stay quiet about who we are.
Yeah, and I think also what comes off the back of that is that when you do actually share your truth. I remember when I did one of my first ever video on light language, like a few years ago, I was terrified. I was so nervous because people knew about, exactly the same as Natasha saying, people knew about EFT, emotional freedom technique, or tapping. So I was like, that's safe. That's really safe. And I know it works, so it's great. But like, for me, this light language blew me out the water. It was like, wow, I can heal people like that now, whereas EFT takes longer. But actually, you know, this is a whole nother world where I'm channeling galactic beings because they're higher consciousness, you know, and I could just see people go, oh my gosh, what is she talking about? You know, we thought Lucy was odd before, but this is a whole new level. And it's just like, it comes that point where it's like, I can't not share this anymore. And I don't know if any of you speak light language, but it got to a point where it's like, I couldn't hold it in. It's like it builds in your throat and you can't hold it in anymore. It's just got to come out. It's like a conversation now.
Yeah.
And so it got to that point for me. And I remember the relief when I did my YouTube video on it and just saying, hey, I've been activated in this. This is what I understand it to be at the moment, because it's always evolving, isn't it? It's never done. Like, it's all of our gifts are always evolving. Yeah. And so once I was just explaining what it is and my understanding. Oh, and the relief was just amazing. Yeah. And it got loads of engagement, because I think lots of other people were like, thanks for sharing your gift. Even those that perhaps weren't activated in light language, everyone still benefited from it, whether you were activated in it or not, because it's still about receiving.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really love that. You know, we are never done. You know, we are really seeing a massive shift in consciousness right now across the planet. You know, the vibrations are shifting really, really quickly now. And what I love about the world we live in now is that we are far more accepting of these alternative therapies, these alternative healings, and everyone has their own unique way of doing it. So I work with the Akashic Records, but the way I do it is very unique and very different. I've blended lots of things I've learned and I've gathered. And this is the beauty of what we're creating. And if we keep our gifts, whatever it is, you might think, oh, well, mine's not as exciting as the Akashic Records or the light language. It's just that I feel differently or I think differently and I want to protect the planet. And why doesn't anyone else care about recycling? It's not, it's like we feel different because we believe differently to those around us. It doesn't matter on what level or what scale that is. But we are shifting. And the more that we speak up about those differences, about being willing to stand out from the crowd, the more we contribute to mass consciousness, to the shift we all want to create for the planet, for humanity, for wildlife, for humanity as a whole. You know, our existence relies on us shifting and changing right now. You know, this, on whatever level you believe that, and at whatever level you feel that you contribute differently to those around you, then it's important that we get to speak up about it, that we contribute to the bigger picture, and that we stand alongside others that think the same, because believe you me, they are out there. They are out there. And we know that from the community and the membership that we've created. Like, there are an array of people who do all sorts of amazing, incredible, different things on different levels, different scales, are contributing in their own beautiful, unique way, because we are all unique and different. So it's all about uniqueness. It's all about standing in your uniqueness. So be a part of that. Be a part and commit to going, well, I'm going to do what I can to contribute to the shift.
Exactly. And I think also it's remembering as well, it comes back to you. You need to be the change, right? And that will ripple out to everything else around you, everyone else, your families, your communities, your country, the world. So even if it's just you making a conscious decision to recycle more, or use the car less, or whatever it might be, it's still contributing to that awareness, and that contributes to the higher level of thinking, the higher level of consciousness. And again, like when we're in those realms, we're just more considerate, we're more compassionate, we're more understanding, we're in more of the love realm. So it's really hard to have kind of thoughts of not caring when you're in those higher states of consciousness. And what I mean, if I'm going to give you a physical reaction, I don't know if any of you have meditated, but this is the best one I can come up with, is that if you or even if you do hypnosis or anything like that, or even yoga, at the end of yoga, when you do shavasana, when the whole class is meditating or the whole class is shavasanaing, I don't know if that's a word, but it's that state of higher consciousness there where you're blissed out, that it's like, it's in that state. You're not thinking about, you're thinking the thoughts are good thoughts in those states. The thoughts are good feelings. And so if you ripple that out to your community, we're just going to be more compassionate and understanding and caring. And that's where the change comes, because it has to come from within you first. And then I think that's why, whatever it might be that you want to change in your life, whether it's your relationships, whether it's your money, whether it's your health, whether it's your spirituality, whatever it might be, there needs to be a why behind it as well, because that's going to be what keeps you going when things might get a bit wiggly or a bit tough. When you do feel alone and isolated and you're looking for your tribe, you're looking for your community. It's like you need to have that why. And even if it's just a personal why at this stage, then that's good enough. That's brilliant. And then you can move on to the bigger whys. But know that whatever small step you're taking, if it's in the direction of love, it's making a shift on the planet somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I do really believe that. It's like, the true feeling of freedom for me is really around being me, allowing myself to be unquestionably me without apologizing for being me. Yes, sometimes I get it wrong. Maybe a bit more than sometimes, I get it wrong, and I'll own that, and I will be okay with that. But it's about recognizing that, but being me unquestionably and unapologetically me is true freedom for me. I'm finding my feet like everybody else on the planet, because the benchmarks keep moving, the goalposts keep moving, like with the last year and everything that's gone on, and where we're going and where we're stepping into, we get to choose where we're going. So it's really about, what is your important thing for you? Like, what's really important for you, and that you don't feel stuck, that you feel like you're trying to fit in and just to keep everybody else happy, and being, as a recovering people pleaser, I know what that's like, but it's energetically depleting. It's exhausting. And that was really what drove me to saying enough of this. Like, I need to find out how to do this my own way and to own who I truly am. And my life has changed no end as a result of that. Still figuring it out, as I said, but like, my life has changed no end as a result of that. So let us know perhaps in the comments, like, what are you struggling with? Where do you feel you're not able to speak up or speak out about who you truly are? What is it that you, no matter how big or small, like whatever that is, what is it that really you feel that if you spoke out about something, that you will be judged?
Yeah, please do let us know in the comments. And I think that for me, like, the turning point was having people around me. So even though I would say that, I know with Natasha and I were talking about this, don't really like labels, but if I was to label myself, I would say an introvert, borderline hermit. Like, I spent a long time in the early days, back when you used to do in-person networking. I spent a lot of time in the toilet tapping EFT to like be able to go out there and have conversations with people, because it terrified me. I'd much rather be at home and not talking to anyone. So like, but what helped in my own personal freedom and being able to express myself without any fear was finding a tribe. And in the beginning, it was maybe 4 people. I've got 4, 5 really close, and they happen to be women friends, and I can express myself even if their viewpoints aren't the same as mine. I feel comfortable and safe in expressing my opinion and receiving their advice, receiving back from them. And it was the most beautiful thing, because now no matter what happens, and if I bring it to business, you know, with trolls out there, and you know, I've had my fair share of people, but if you bring it back to business, there's always going to be people that don't like you. There's always going to be people that don't resonate. There's always going to be people that are jealous of you or whatever it might be, and want to put themselves in competition with you. But if you have a community that's not based on comparison, that's not based on competition, it's based on love and unity, you can just fly, because all these comments that someone might make because they don't understand your work just flow off you, just like, well, I don't care, I've got this community, or I've got these people that support me and love me no matter what I do or what I say or what my beliefs are. And I think that's the key, and they are out there, they really are.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I feel that, you know, with our membership and our community that is growing, you know, there are a number of people I would think that are introverts in there as well, and you know, they are not contributing openly and outwardly. I would call myself, again, don't like the labels, but an extrovert. But people who are in the community, even if they aren't physically contributing, like they're not writing on posts and they're still contributing, because they are in that space and they are spreading love and desire and unity and collaboration and connection around. And then they do that in their own life as well, and it ripples out. So, you know, sometimes we feel like if we join a community, we have to take part, but to know that actually that's not always, you know, needed, that you are still contributing to something out there. And as somebody who considers myself a little bit more of an extrovert, you know, sometimes I absolutely honor my alone time and my downtime, but I love being around people. I love being part of things. I love to walk side by side alongside people. So for me, being part of the Circle of Light movement and the membership and the community that we're building is just so beautiful and so exciting to be there and to help and support people in that, and you know, to hear their experiences and to learn from them as much as hopefully they're learning from Lucy and I, but I learn as well in that space. It is a co-creation, and that's a very important fundamental piece for me. Even though Lucy and I are leading the movement, it's very much a collaboration with all of the members, you know, walking side by side, hand in hand, you know, and hopefully at some point our vision is that, you know, we'll have enough people that if we joined hands together, we would wrap around the whole world. So wouldn't that be beautiful, that we can collectively hug the world and the planet and all those on it?
Yeah, I love that. And I think just to come back to a point you made about, you know, sometimes you feel you're an extrovert and sometimes an introvert. And that's the thing, it's about seasons. And we're big on seasons and cycles. Like you have your own season with your own body, you have your own season with your work seasons, with your life seasons. There's the seasons like it's just the way the world works. It is cyclical. Even the world's been. So different seasons for different things. And so sometimes you might not be in the season to give because you're depleted, and that's okay. Like, that's okay. We'd invite you to just come and be in the community, and the key word here, be in the community and receive. Like, that's all we'd ask of you, is just to be there. But if you are feeling, if you're on like one of the high energy bits of your cycles, whatever it might be, so maybe you're not launching in your business or whatever, and you've got some time, then join the conversation, like help people out. But we wanted to create something that wasn't just another to-do list. It was supporting you in whatever season you're in. And then if you sprinkle in the themes as well, it is for everyone, whether it's like you want to make some changes when it comes to your money or your relationships, or we've got the theme this month is on confidence and empowerment. So it really is for every different season you could possibly be in. And that's what's so exciting for us, because we want to be inclusive to everyone. If you just have a desire to change something in your life, to create a better life for yourself, and then rippling it out to your family, your community, and the wider world.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just, you know, your tribe and your community are definitely out there. There are people that feel the same as you and want to create change for themselves. And this is what we want to allow people to come in and be part of this community of like-minded people and ripple it out even further. This is how we, you know, Lucy and I believe that we change the world for the positive, for the better, for to create more harmony, peace, unity, collaboration, connection. It's really about us uniting together and coming together with that universal message of we can create change going forwards. So yeah, if this is of interest, come and join us, you know, on all our other channels, on our YouTube channel. Also do come over to our website, www.circleoflightmovement.com, and come and join our waitlist. We will be launching and opening our membership again to new members on the 14th of June. We're really super excited about that, but it will go out to people on our waiting list first. So if you are interested in that and you want to get first dibs and first notice on what that membership, all the information is on our website, but come and join the waiting list, and then we will let you know as soon as those doors are open so you can jump in and come in. We've made, you know, this membership really high value, really affordable for everybody, so it kind of can support anyone. If you think you know somebody who would love to be part of this, then please pass it on to them. Let us know, help us spread the word. This is how we also create change, so we really do want to get out to as many people as we can. So,
and also I think it's just such a beautiful community already that we're nurturing, and it's so supportive and loving, and just, yeah, like it's blown us away how high vibe it is. Even though people have challenges, we all do, and we're not about pushing them under the carpet. You know, chat to us, engage with us, talk to us, share them with them. But the support and the love that everyone gets is just beautiful. It really is beautiful. So yeah, if you want to be a part, like Natasha says, then head on over to our website, www.circlelightmovement.com, and join the waiting list, because doors will only be open for 5 weeks, I think, and then we'll be closing them again, because we like to nurture our members that come in and look after them and make sure that there's a balance in our community.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we hope you found this helpful. Do leave us a comment, leave us a heart, send us some love, send us a love note, a private message, however you want to communicate with us, and let us know your questions about anything that we've talked about today. Please do comment and let us know how you're perhaps feeling like you don't fit in with everyone around you, what freedom looks like for you, and we'd love to join you in the conversation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week for the weekly live.
No, next week. We won't be here next week, but I think the week after.
We'll see you the week after. Thanks for watching.
Have a great weekend. See you soon. Bye.